properly. I guess you guys missed something, which was very basic thing, the logs. Though I did some changes in machine configuration also, so do not ever think that this is the same thing I have shared with you and just blindly create it. Don't do that. Mm, Here I made some changes. Okay, few people did not get uh, 2K12 and they created it with some different OS, which is I'll tell you guys, which is not recommendable, which is not advisable. So if you do not have something, you need to go back to client and ask that this is not available. I have checked thoroughly. Do you have some alternate? Right? And the thing is that this is available. Only you have to spend some time. You have to do some digging, maybe some search here and there, and you will get it because maximum people have created with this same OS 2212. But many of you did not get 2K12. So some of you didn't create, some of you created with 2016 or 2019. But again, I'll tell you, go ahead and search for 2K12. You will get it. That is how you will learn new features of Azure portal. Okay, the only reason of this exercise was that you start learning, you start exploring the portal. कि कहाँ पे click करने पे क्या मिलेगा, how will it look, something like that. Okay. And this one, I changed the region also. Most of you captured it correct, but a few of you prepared in the last created the virtual machine in the last region Canada Central I had here, which clearly shows messages are not being read, or this one is not being read. Okay. uh, Apart from that, this one is fine. Okay, lock, this one was missing. I don't know why. Maybe you guys think, maybe you guys thought it is not part of it, you did not read it, whatever it is. This was missing, and in fact this was the core practical. But I understand, looking at the work which others have done, and looking at this, I understand that this concept is clear to you guys. So do you have any questions on locks, delete lock, read only lock, etc., anything or whatever we have covered till here? See, I've given so many questions, right? If you are thorough with these questions, guys, trust me, you will be able to clear the interview today if the questions, if the interview is based on this portion, and if you guys have uh, read these questions properly. Okay, someone raised this, I cannot remember the name. Someone raised that why did I write cannot delete? Cannot delete was old name of delete, so it's delete. Okay. uh, so yes guys, any questions, any doubts before I proceed with a new topic?
Sohail, there is one question.
Yeah, listening, tell me.
How can you remove a lock from a resource in Azure? The answer should be like the steps involved in setting the lock, and simply last the to delete the lock is the select the delete button. Is it
Yeah,
right?
yeah, why not? If the question is
Okay.
can you
Yeah.
remove the lock, yes, of course. How? It's a good habit that you add how to remove the lock. But I hope the concept is clear to you guys, that can we remove it or can we not remove it? What do you think? Answer is correct, question is correct. I'm just asking
Yes, we
differently.
can
What
remove.
about others? Is it clear? Of course you can remove it. All of you who did the practical, you put a lock on your resource group. I deleted that lock, I checked your machine, and I deleted your machine, which definitely means that if you put a lock, I as an owner can remove it. Okay, so before we proceed with high availability, I'll quickly just show it to you, a glance, whatever we discussed, so maybe some question comes to your mind. So this is the machine. We checked overview. I'm sure all of you know what it is, and we are not going to check overview for any other object or any other service because it's going to be same for everything. Activity log, it's going to be same for everything. You can check here who deployed that resource, who deleted that resource, who modified that resource. You can check everything here. IAM or RBAC roles, I'm sure you are familiar with it. Tags, I have already explained. So these options will be same for all of the resources, whichever we create. It will be same for all of them. And diagnose and solve problem, it will be same. Only the problems will be different, but these options are same. Okay, so we are not discussing on this. Networking is pending, very huge topic, very important topic. We're gonna touch that later. Uh, Connect, I have already explained, except for Bastion, because Bastion is a part of networking. But apart from Bastion, connecting private IP, public IP, we saw how it works. We checked how SSH worked if people are using Linux. And admin center, not a part of our course. Disk, we have seen it thoroughly. I assigned some tasks. I assigned some questions. So I'm sure you guys know it well now by now. Can someone tell me if I can resize a machine? Coming to size, can someone tell me if I can resize a machine without downtime? Can I resize a machine without shutting it down or without downtime?
Without downtime, it won't be possible.
Good.
We require a downtime.
Yes, machine will reboot for sure. What about disk? Can I decrease the OS disk without downtime?
No.
OS disks without no.
Okay, how much downtime will I require to decrease the OS disk?
It's not possible to
At
decrease
least
the
half.
OS size.
To decrease the size of the OS is not possible because it has been set by the virtual
Yes.
machine itself.
Can
And
we increase the
yeah.
disk size, OS disk size without downtime?
No.
We can increase, but no without downtime. It will require
Without
some.
downtime, we cannot increase.
Correct. Can I decrease the data disk size without downtime? Can I decrease it without downtime, the data disk?
No, you cannot
Can't
decrease.
decrease the size, sir.
But can increase.
Without
Increase.
downtime?
Yes.
Yes.
Without
Yes,
downtime is possible
Without
for
downtime.
data
Possible.
disk.
Data disk.
Yeah.
And decrease? What about decrease? Can I decrease it without downtime or with downtime? Do I require downtime
You
for
can't
that?
decrease, sir.
We cannot decrease.
Cannot decrease.
So is it clear to
this size.
everyone? Be it OS disk or data disk, you cannot decrease at all. Increase, you can increase both of them, but OS disk will require a reboot. Data disk will not require a reboot. I hope this is clear. Machine size, I have already shared the machine size. Be it a smaller or bigger size, anything, a reboot is required for sure. Defender, we haven't discussed. Advisor, we have already discussed. Extension and application. Do you guys remember this one? I taught you once. In which scenario can we use this?
It's an extension for when we are changing zones, I think. Azure, I think. US zone 2, I think you have said.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Okay, you can go ahead, you go back and watch this once. If you don't understand, I'll explain it again, maybe some next next session or something somewhere. Availability and scaling, here we can check if it is a part of fault domain, update domain, availability set, virtual machine scale set or not. This is the part we are going to discuss today in detail. Configuration, all of you know, whatever we see in overview, we can see it here in detailed manner. Okay, identity we haven't discussed yet. Properties, you know. Logs we have discussed. Bastion we have not. Auto shutdown, you know. Backup and disaster recovery will come under storage. Update we will not check. These parts, it's okay. Automation and everything, we don't have to worry about it. Policies we are yet to discuss. Run command, why do we use it?
To execute command line prompts outside the VM.
Can you give me an example? Why would I need to execute a command from outside? I will simply log in and
if in case you don't know the username and a password for a, or if you want to know the list of users who have access to that VM.
correct. That could be one. RDP is not working. That could be one. If my RDP is not working, which means I cannot log into machine. You know, if I want to activate RDP using some run command, this is the place I go to. Some ports are opened, because of which some ports are closed, because of which I'm unable to log in. You can open the port. Whatever you can do from inside the machine, you can achieve it from here. Okay.
Right.
What is
Sohail,
yes?
sorry to interrupt. I think so. If there is a lock in place, we can't run that command, right?
Of course you can. Why not?
Because I tried it and it was giving me an error.
What was the error?
And it's regarding the same. There is a lock in place. I checked the activity log. It was giving me an error stating that there is a lock in place and we can't run that command.
What command were you trying?
So I was just trying the net users one.
Net user should work. We can check that once, maybe. We'll put a lock on a machine and we'll check that. Because lock is on a resource. Net user, you're trying on operating system level. It is as good as you take a remote of the machine. Just because you have a lock at the machine, that does not mean you cannot use inside.
Okay.
Lock is at the resource level. This command is running at the operating system level. But still, if you want, you can check that once.
Sure.
So I was also checking the serial console. There also it gave me a prompt that you have a lock. So
Serial
can't
console is
run
a
the
different thing.
command.
Serial console is a different thing, completely different.
Okay.
This is directly affiliated with your OS. Serial console, it's a different thing. That is your console which is affiliated with your machine. Serial
Okay.
console won't work. Okay.
Mhm.
Run command should work, and so if it is not working, maybe that's a good learning for all of us. We can check that and confirm. So why don't you do that? Who asked that question? Rahul, right?
Yeah, it was me.
Rahul.
Yeah,
So
I tried.
yeah,
Yeah, I tried.
create a machine.
I'll probably try to screenshot or something. Yeah.
Yes, create a machine. Try to put a lock. Try to run a command. Whatever error you get, share a screenshot and let us know. Then we'll have a final answer whether it is possible or not. Okay,
Sure,
but do
sure.
share
Yep.
that.
Yep.
After that, this is fine. We checked monitoring. We are yet to do. Yeah, I think that's all. Reset password redeployment. These two we have covered, but I don't think so. We have to repeat it, right? I am sure all of you know what is reset password. What is the difference between redeploy and reapply? Frequently asked question is. Who can answer? What is the difference between redeploy and reapply?
If a VM is in a failed status, then we have to reapply. And if there is a hardware issue, then deploy,
Perfect. Yeah,
redeploy.
the reasons are good. But what happens when I reapply? What happens when I redeploy? Start is good. Correct. Perfectly correct. When will you do it? You answered it. But what happens at the background? I need to know. When you click on reapply,
When the machine,
so what happens
okay,
exactly?
when the machine is in failed status, okay, in that situation, we do a reapply command.
So under reapplying, when we reapply, the VM will be like it will rerun the VM, and if we redeploy, the virtual machine will shut down and the VM will be moved to another node within the same infrastructure, and then it will be back again.
Answer is correct. Somehow good words can be used here. When you reapply, yes, machine will restart on the same hardware, on the same host. Which host? I already showed it to you in last recording. You can check that when we discussed reapply and redeploy. A hardware which Azure has, because I have told you no matter how many times you call it cloud or something, it is nothing but someone else's computer, right? So there is a computer, there is a hardware. So when I reapply, the same machine just will reboot and it will reapply the settings on the same hardware. But when I do the redeploy, machine will be moved from that hardware to some other hardware. Is it clear? And when to do it? Zareen has already answered that. In which case we do it? We have already answered that. And what happens when we do it? I have explained it now. In the previous session, when we covered this topic, I have explained it with paint and with diagram. Go ahead and watch that again. This is frequently asked question and very important. I mean, they need to understand that they gauge your, try to gauge your understanding that how much do you understand the cloud, what happens behind it. So they'll definitely ask you this question. And the answer is already here, by the way. What will happen? You can
Okay,
click here. Uh,
So Sohail, if there is any kind of plan activity has been going on, right? If there is a plan activity and they are saying that the server has been rebooted, so it is been in reapply status on the same hardware.
no, we'll not call that reapply
If
status. It's simple. It's a reboot, simple reboot.
Acha, okay.
Reapply, you'll apply when even this restart is not working, nothing is working, then you will apply that option, which is called reapply.
Okay, this
As good as understand that you have a computer You have a laptop, you simply can shut it down, you can turn it off your computer. That is your shutdown. That is your normal start, restart, shutdown. Okay, basic thing. But let's say it's hung, you cannot do anything, and you go ahead and uh, you pull the plug. That is your reapply, you can say. And redeploy is something different completely. You simply machine is being deployed on some other hardware. Okay, so let's start high availability. Though I have already explained it to you, can someone please tell me what is high availability? A layman term, forget Azure and everything in terms of application. Yes.
Getting the
Having,
services 20, sorry.
yeah,
Go ahead.
no, it's okay. Having service availability 24/7.
Yes, and how do we achieve that? Forget Azure and everything. Okay, in general, let's say you have some service, you want to make it highly available. How do you achieve that? What factors do you consider? Give an example of service and then tell me. Any service.
You need to have redundancy of you need to have redundancy. You need to
Yeah,
have
give me an
faster
example of a
resolutions.
service. Yeah, give me an example of service. Any service. Okay, I'm not asking
Supporting
technical. I'm not asking Azure. Anything, whatever comes to your mind.
in
If
general,
we
if we
go,
talk
yeah, it's okay. You can go ahead.
Yeah, tell me. What
in
service are we
general,
talking about?
just to run in general, in case if we take about our office, in case we have to run it, and our IT services have to be up and running, we need to have redundancy. We need to have power backups. We need to have multiple vendors like Tata or Airtel for internet backups, so that
Right.
in case one
But, uh,
fails,
but again,
we can always
before
have another.
before we go to technical IT, layman, ekdam basic, whatever comes to your mind. Basic service, anything. Not talking about IT.
So
Anything.
it's like when we go to a restaurant.
Hmm.
So we see they have multiple chefs. They hire multiple chefs so that like if one chef is on sick leave or emergency leave or he's not available, so other can replace and provide the services.
Good. Correct. Okay. Similarly, be it any service, high availability means keeping more than one options available. Investing in more options. For example, if I have some service, let's say it's a baking service, cake baking service. Okay, I have a baking service, so I have a cake baking machine or whatever you call it, oven or whatever you call it. I have oven one in my bakery. Okay, oven one in a bakery which is in Koregaon Park. Okay, and I do get online orders. I'm preparing it. It's fine, and there is one chef here. Okay, there's one chef here, there's one bakery, one oven, and I'm taking online orders. Now there are highly chances that this oven may get some issue and may stop working. And like earlier example, chef, he's a human ultimately, right? Maybe he's not well, some medical emergency, some other emergency, he cannot work, he cannot come to work. Okay, he cannot make it for today. This could be a possibility. So what will happen if I have only one oven, one chef? What happens to the business of that particular day? I've lost that business, right? Let's say if I'm getting online orders, 12 online orders, I won't be able to accept them because either my oven is not working or my chef is not available. Could be anything, but I won't be able to accept this order. Once it's okay, maybe it's just a monetary loss. I did not get benefit of 12 cakes. That's okay. Let's say it happens again. It happens again. Four times or three times in a month. What will happen in a longer run to your business? You're not getting those orders. That is a different thing. That is one hit. What is the other hit you will get on your business?
Then definitely customer will be going to go on that particular
Exactly.
client who has all the services.
Right. So
One
mouth
stop solution.
publicity, review,
Correct.
etc. They will say
Correct.
that maybe this service is mostly not available. They won't even try you. They'll say, okay, let's not call him. Last time we call kiya tha, yeah, they are not available. They have some issue, right? So to avoid that, to have your business up and running, what do? You either on standby. There are two types of availability. Okay, either on standby or simultaneously. You will have another bakery another oven, even if bakery is not there, whatever room or whatever you call it, another oven, another chef, maybe same location or another location, it's fine. Okay, both options are available. So this is one option, that you can have two oven, two chefs. So even if one is not coming, maybe instead of 12 orders, I will take 10 orders, it's okay, but my business name is not ruining and I'm earning something, it's not completely down. Okay, so this is the first option I have for high availability. And the second option is, let's say that considering the first option, okay, my both ovens are working, my both chefs are well, everything is fine, but we have political conditions, etc. Right, nowadays everything we have, let's say there is some morcha or something, there's some festival, so police has decided to keep the Koregaon Park area shut for uh 2 days, let's say Ganesh Chaturthi, they have decided all shops will be shut. What will happen again? Now, are your two ovens, two chefs, are they any of use to you?
No,
And is it in your control?
no.
Right, so this is also one possibility. So to avoid that, what will you do? I mean, no one does that in a cake business, I'm just giving you example. What will you do? Let's open one in Fourth Road. Okay, this could be anything, this could be police issue, this could be maybe there's a flood in KP, maybe there's electricity gone in KP, so I'm investing in multiple things, multiple places, just to keep my business up and running. So if there is an order from Swiggy, it's okay, I can take it, even if it is from Koth Road, maybe I will pay some extra to Swiggy, or some person who wants to order, they will pay some extra amount to Swiggy to deliver it in Viman Nagar from Koth Road, that's fine, but my business is up and running. Obviously there will be a slight delay or something, but at least my business is up and running. Is this clear to you guys, the concept? And I'm bad at giving these examples, but I tried. Is it clear to you what is high availability, guys, for any
Yeah.
business?
Yes.
What about
Yes, sir.
others? Jyotsna, Mudassar, Muzammil,
Yes, so clear.
Neha,
Yes,
Rahul, I'm sure it's clear to you. Satish bhai, I'm sure clear to you. Shweta, Stuti, is it clear, guys, to everyone what is high availability? I'm not yet talking
Yes.
about technical, IT, Azure, we are not discussing that. The concept of high availability, is it clear to everyone? Okay,
Yes, sir.
let's
Yeah,
see.
yes, sir.
Okay, so let's go ahead and now have a look at the technical thing. Yeah. Guys, one more thing, I would prefer if you call me Sohail. I mean, sir, it's too formal, too heavy for me to digest. Okay, so now let's say that you have an application and you are running that application on server. This is your server A. What kind of application? It could be anything. For example, let's take Swiggy, server A or server 1. My application is Swiggy. Same thing, people are ordering. Here my customers are. What are they doing? They are connecting to my app, all of them, and they are ordering it. Okay, now I'm just showing few of them, but let's imagine these are thousands of them, and in fact lakhs of them. In a city like Pune, where we have a population of 70 lakhs approximately, I'm sure in every yard 10 lakh or 2 lakhs, I don't have the exact data, but these many hits Swiggy will get. Whether they are ordering, they're just browsing, doing window shopping on Swiggy for food, whatever it is, but they will have this much of traffic. So what happens if this server is down for 1 hour? My business is
Rose
gone.
of the trade is used.
Yeah, my business is gone. My restaurant business, who are my business partner, they are gone. What will you do? Will you wait for an hour for Swiggy to come back, or what will you do? Let's say you're hungry at now 2:30. You're trying Swiggy. It's down. What do you think you'll do? Will you wait, or will you go for some other competitor?
Zomato.
Yeah, simple. Zomato,
We'll
or maybe
definitely
just go
go for
ahead and
other.
go to
Yeah.
restaurant, eat something. You'll do, but you will not. You're not going to wait, right? So to avoid those situations, what will I do, or what the Swiggy technical team will do, or what their team will suggest them to do? It's let's have multiple servers. Guys, understand, we are talking about just one application. Okay, I'm not talking about multiple servers for multiple application. We are still on Swiggy. If I have multiple applications and multiple servers, that doesn't make any sense. 50 application and 50 server, that is not high availability. I'm talking about one application, multiple servers. Okay, now I have 2 servers. So what will happen here? One thing will happen, it's load balancing. Okay, not one server will have all the load, but it has another support also. Fine. And if one server is down, you will have some other server to provide its services, to provide your services. In similar manner, I may have server 3. Let me finish the topic, guys, and then ask questions. I understand that this topic, many questions will come to your mind, data, sync, etc. Let's not get them now. I'll give you a chance to ask questions. Don't worry. Okay. So now I have 3 servers for Swiggy. Now my load has been balanced and it has been distributed in a better manner. And now I have better durability or high availability. Even if 2 servers are down, I am happy with it. My one server will take care of it. My app will not go down. My business will keep on running. And meanwhile, I'll get my other server repaired. So this is your high availability. Is it clear till here in terms of Swiggy and this example?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, same example which I used for oven and bakery, I can use the same example. That all these 3 servers I have kept in one data center. Okay, let me draw it for you. People are still joining, guys. Wait. Okay. So I have kept all these 3 servers. Initially, I had one server. Okay. Someone told me there is a concept of high availability. Why don't you have 3 servers? I said, fine. I didn't consult anyone. And I said, okay, I'll have 3 servers. Why not? And now I have 3 servers here. This is, let's say, my Swiggy office is in Koregaon Park. Again, somewhere in the building, I have a server room, I have a rack, and I have kept all these 3 servers. Is it high availability or not? Some sort of high availability or not?
It is.
Is it completely highly available application or not?
No.
No,
No.
it's not.
No.
Not completely. Not completely.
Why not? I'll tell you. Because I'm sure all of you know it, but I just want this to be recorded in this session where we are discussing high availability. Why not? Because all these 3 servers, individual issue is there. If in a server, it's okay. If there is some individual issue, maybe this server will be able to handle it. These 2 servers, it's okay. It's fine. That high availability I do have. But what if there is an issue in this rack? What if all these 3 servers, let's say, which power supply goes to this rack, that power supply, it's maybe that cable is broken, or the network cable which goes to this rack, maybe rat has already bitten that network cable. Will I have high availability now?
No.
No. So to avoid this, what solution do we have in Azure to avoid this situation? Whatever I've explained till now, which solution do we have? We have already explained it, by the way. We have already discussed it.
We can have the servers
Okay.
on multiple racks, different racks.
What do you call that service?
Availability set.
Availability set.
Yes. So in availability set, now it's only 3 servers, so let's talk about only 3. But what will I do? That I'll put one server on one rack, another server on one rack, and another server on one rack. Is it clear, guys, to everyone? This is your availability
Correct.
set. Okay. Now, the question is, where are these racks? All these racks, I told you again, they are in Koregaon Park. Maybe they have different electricity and etc. But Koregaon Park, it is an area which is attached to our Mulamutha River. What if there is a flood tomorrow and the whole area is down? Whichever electricity, whichever power supply, whichever ISP was there, multiple, or whatever it is, maybe your own building, it's a flood-like situation. Just imagine your building, it's half of the building, it's in water, right? So now, is your application highly available?
No.
No, it's not.
No.
No, it
So
won't
what
be.
situation, what service do we have? to
Go
achieve
for
that?
availability zone.
We have
Different zone.
zone service.
We have availability zone. What will happen in availability zone? That I will have one server here in one of these racks, another server in a different data center, which could be in Hinjawadi. It's altogether different from here. Okay, so that is your availability zone. Is it clear, guys, to everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now we'll go to
Yes, sir.
portal and check in next session. We still have 4 minutes, so I'll clear few points, and if you guys have any questions, you can ask about this availability zone and availability set. Let's say, do you guys have any questions meanwhile? Whatever question comes to your mind. Any questions you guys have here? Okay, if you don't have, I'll quickly
Sohail,
share. Yeah, tell me.
Sohail, there was one case, okay, where they were been creating one client, okay, on highly available zone, okay, and they were doing that on zone 3, all the zones, okay. I don't know how it will be going to be relate over here, and they were been doing on Ubuntu, okay. So when I have asked that, okay, there was a plan activity, and the email were coming for us severity 1. When I have asked that what has been going in the background, they said that we are providing the highly available availability set to this particular client
Hmm.
on the zones available. So it is the same which has been explained by you right now.
Yes, we'll do that. Don't worry. But be it Ubuntu, be it Linux, be it Windows, it doesn't matter. OS has nothing to do with it, and we'll do it on portal, so you will understand that. No, but that's the same thing. But now I'm not sure where were they doing, were they doing it on Azure, GCP, AWS. So we'll not take that example. We'll do it our own practical. Don't worry. We are going to
Okay.
deploy the availability zone, availability set, both of them today itself. Okay. So what I was saying, what do
Okay.
you think, guys? An app like Swiggy or Zomato, for that matter, do you think they will take availability zone feature? Do you think they want to run their business when flood is there in the city? What do you think, as from the business point of view, not asking morally, okay, from the business point of view, what kind of business Swiggy does? Do you think Swiggy will go for an availability zone? Should Swiggy go or not? You are the expert, you tell me. You know
They
their
should
business
go.
model.
They should go for
They should
availability
go.
zone.
Okay, let me explain it to you. What is Swiggy's model? Swiggy takes order from, and Swiggy places an order to local restaurant. So if there is a flood situation where there is no electricity, there's no power supply, there's nothing, there is no internet for those restaurants, what's the use of availability zone of Swiggy? Swiggy's app is working, but what about the restaurant which are there at the back end? Are they working? It's a flood-like situation I'm talking about for this particular area. So it doesn't
Yeah,
make
they
any
will be
sense. They
not
won't
going to.
take.
Correct,
So
correct.
these kind of application will never take. Now the next example, I'm just sharing it to you so you'll know which industry definitely takes this. A hospital app. Do you think a hospital app can afford that? Okay, even if there is a flood situation, we don't need it. It's okay. We'll see it later when everything is fine. No, on contrary, they will definitely require their application. Why? Because if there's a flood situation, there is some earthquake or something, people will get injured, people will come to hospital, and then they will definitely need their application just to type in their social security number. If it is in US, it's in India, maybe Aadhaar number, and check their medical history, check their insurance. So they definitely require this kind of app. So healthcare people will use it. Some gaming app, etc., they won't use it. But again, it depends, business to business. It's their call. You don't decide. You just should know how to do it. If they're saying it, do it. Do it for a gambling app also, you do it. Okay, less than 30 seconds are pending, guys. I'll stop the session. We'll take a break of 5 minutes. I need to convert this recording. See you
Yeah.
guys at 2:55 using same link.
Thank you.